Canadian home prices have further to fall. That's the message of a new TD economic report. It's forecasting that average home prices could drop by as much as 21% before bottoming out in the second quarter of this year. But Toronto real estate experts are warning first-time homebuyers not to get too attached to this rosy outlook.
There's no inventory right now. We're very low. As a result, prices have been stabilized and actually supported. So it won't go down unless there's a flood of properties coming on the market that exceeds the amount of buyers willing to buy them.
Leo says until there's more inventory, prices will be maintained, and it would take about 5 to 6 months of inventory before we would see a buyer's market. TD attributes the housing price drop to looser than normal conditions in Ontario and British Columbia. But James Maloney says the GTA is likely exempt.
So when you look at the COVID numbers, yeah, we had booms outside of the GTA because people were flocking for bigger spaces for cheaper pricing. So Calgary boomed, the East Coast boomed, the West Coast boomed. Those are the markets that will suffer the most. So when you hear these numbers or like these reports about prices dropping X amount percent, you have to remember Toronto was pretty much protected from that.
Data from the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board backs that up, reporting that month-over-month housing prices in Toronto rose in March due to increased competition in a tight market. So, what's the advice for those looking to enter the housing market?
I mean, the best time to buy real estate is yesterday. Like, you can't time getting into the market. So what you're going to do is you're going to buy yesterday and you're going to sell tomorrow.
The key to real estate is to not try and time the market because that's almost impossible to do. It's time in the market. So whenever you're able to buy something, get in there, because the sooner you start paying your mortgage, the sooner you start paying it off.
Now, that TD report also notes that even if the average home price was to drop by 21%, it still would not be enough to make up the gains that we saw during the housing peak in February of 2022. In the Annex, Michelle Mackey, City News.